Hey everybody and welcome to this week's episode of Baseless Speculation on the Pop Culture Zone, so you don't have to. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Joel.
Now boys, what do we think of Avengers chairs?
So to set the scene, at this point, it was like a week ago, maybe a couple of days.
Yeah.
Time truly moves at remarkable speeds.
It's true, dude.
Time's moving through time quick.
Time is quick.
Yeah.
Avengers Doomsday cast was announced by revealing over 30 minutes,
Yep.
27 chairs.
Yeah.
Wait,
real-
so that went for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Why?
To build hype. The general consensus on the internet is they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Because I guess it would be because, like, obviously, you know, we'll talk about it. Some of the reveals are like, oh, Kelsey Grammer, Ian McKellen, and they come later on. So if you were sitting there waiting, you're like, oh yeah, Paul Rudd, of course.
They structured it.
What?
They structured it weird. So there's 27 names.
Yeah.
Only one of the chairs had people in it, which was one we already knew,
Yeah.
which was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Who kind of looked at the camera like a smug piece of shit. Was like, hey, you love this shit.
And then did
losers.
the shh.
Which
Which I'm guessing is a Easter egg for the Russo brothers being like, hey, when you see the Avengers, shh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
Because
right.
do we give a shit about spoilers?
Yeah,
Apparently.
I guess so.
apparently.
Spoiler culture has
I hate
gone
it so much.
bananas. I
Yeah.
feel like it's gone back a little bit now, though. Like
People are less concerned.
because as the comic book
As movies have gotten worse, people care less.
less.
Good. I agree, dude.
Because like even like I think like No Way Home is probably a good example of that, where they hid the two Spider-Men.
true.
Spoilers. I'm so sorry. But then afterwards, people were like, why didn't they fucking put them in the trailer?
Yeah,
Blah,
that
blah,
would have
blah, blah.
gotten me so excited.
Yeah, I don't. Whose marketing decision you reckon that was? Do you reckon that was a Sony marketing decision?
No, it would have been
Or a
Marvel for
I think
sure.
Marvel, because like it's.
I mean, it made $2 billion.
Well,
so
they-
it
But
yeah,
worked.
also,
man, yeah.
there's a fucking to have the speculations, you know, keeps people talking about it. Where you kind of reveal it but don't reveal it. Where it's like kind of obviously they're going to be in the movie, but maybe they won't. And then
Which is probably relevant because, yeah, they announced 27 names and people are like, well, there's some glaring omissions here. It's like, yeah, they might be making a weird movie where these people aren't in it.
but also it's a two-parter. So if they're not in this one, they'll be in the next one.
And at the same time, also, they
They
may
might just be in it anyway.
Yeah, so like, before we get to the list, like Tom Holland's not there.
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth is in there as well.
Chris
I don't-
Hemsworth is number one, you fucking idiot. It's literally the first name you see.
Well, never mind.
Wow, powerful.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
In my defense,
I would-
in my defense, I wasn't looking.
Jackson, same.
Well, the fun thing about that is I would forgive you if it was number like, you know, even four. I'd be like, okay, he held his attention for 3 chairs.
Nah.
But the first chair?
No. If you could remember, like, I forgive him not knowing the first maybe 2.
Yeah.
Because you're like, we're pressing play. He's like, oh, yeah. And that moment of, like, quick whiplash for him.
You go,
2 chairs have already been consumed on past.
exactly. Huh? What as I figure out where the TV screen is? Huh? I'm looking at my own shoes.
Yeah, well, you should have been charged up because, so we watched a sped up version of this
Yeah.
clip, which goes for 1:45, and you get every name and can read it. So
Yeah.
the fact that it went for 30 minutes when they did the live
Absurd
reveal is
stuff,
funny.
dude.
This is
But before
insane.
that, we also watched the Alec Baldwin scene from Glengarry Glen
Yeah,
Ross.
that's probably what was happening because I was still reeling from that,
Yeah,
dude.
what's my name? Fuck
Fuck you.
That's
Oh,
my
it's
name.
so good.
See this watch?
Fuck.
This watch costs more than your house.
Watch cost
Fuck
money.
you.
You know why I'm here? Because you drove here in a Hyundai and I've got a several $1,000 BMW or whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah. He just kind of keeps going on about his car, which kind of is nice.
Dude, it's good. The best moment in that.
Hey, you finished number 1. First prize, a car. Second prize, steak knives.
Third prize, you're fired.
fired.
I love when he's like, you know what it takes to sell houses? And then he pulls out 2 brass balls.
And he just says brass balls.
testicles and then he puts them away. He has like the most brief moment. He packed those brass testicles.
Not just packed, he got them made.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like you can't like, go out and just get some.
There's
just,
no
like,
retail store.
Where are you getting like brass balls? I'm guessing maybe in like some like for some like machinery.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
an industry type thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Car nuts, truck nuts.
Truck nuts?
But these aren't.
They're
for
not
car
truck
nuts.
nuts. They're like a piece of jewelry.
Yeah, and they're
And
like
he
and
uses
they're
them
big
for
and they're
like less
brass
than
and
30 seconds.
I reckon and they look solid too.
Yeah.
So like is this just another thing of just like I'm showing off? Not only do I
rolls,
think you
dude.
are all maggots.
Yeah.
I have enough money to buy this prop,
Brass
which
balls
is very
for
expensive.
A 10-second bit
Yeah.
in my intimidating speech.
I
It's
could not
awesome as well
become a
because
stand-up, but I can do this.
It's great that he must have come in the morning, like earlier than everyone
Yeah.
else. He places the brass balls down. He places down the steak knives for his latest speech to get everybody fired up.
That's in his briefcase.
The
mate.
steak
This
knives he
is-
picks up
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
underneath.
And the brass balls are behind the briefcase.
No, they're in
though.
the briefcase.
Oh, are
It's
they?
his
Oh,
briefcase,
okay.
mate.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
just,
not
watching
his
shit
yeah,
today.
no, obviously. His pack. This is not the first time he's got to use them.
Yeah, that's true.
He has
They're
written
multi-purpose.
on the white blackboard though.
Yeah.
Because he flips that over, and that's
Yeah.
where they always be closing.
Yeah, and AIDA or whatever. Attention. I wouldn't be able to sell a house.
Interest,
Interest. What's the next
Decision.
one? Decision.
action.
No, there's interest. Action. There's 4.
He said 4.
Yeah.
Are you paying any? Are you paying attention?
Interest, decision, action.
Oh yeah, he did say 4.
Dude, you're struggling today.
I'm really having a hard time.
And just a reminder to all of our listeners at home, it's not okay to diagnose Jackson with anything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man.
I
Don't worry
know
about
that
it.
we all wear our telltale signs on our sleeve, but if we're not acknowledging it, don't worry
Exactly.
about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have been diagnosed.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I got
Unless you're some
diagnosed
kind of
with
psychic-
a different thing.
yeah, it's fine.
You can diagnose me with cancer.
Yeah.
Through the screen.
yeah.
It's back.
I can sense it.
Like Jack, no, you don't have it anymore. You can't. They shouldn't be able to.
It's still in
It's
there.
spread-
dude.
yeah,
It
they
spread
made-
to my second night.
yeah.
It sounds like it may have spread to your brain.
Yeah, went straight from testicle up. It bypassed everything else.
It rode up the
Jack.
spine without
Yeah.
infecting
It's like
anything.
you had cancer. You are a survivor. You're a cancer survivor. You don't currently just because you had it once.
hearing this guy?
You don't have it now.
But I did have it that one time.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked at my nuts in ages. Who knows what's going on down there?
You should. Of all of us here.
check him out, dude.
Apparently, the live stream was actually 5 hours.
What? Who's watching it?
I don't
So
know.
what are we spending like?
Was there commentary? Was people being like, and up next we have the chair?
Yeah, or is
This
it like
chair has
No. It was.
10,
It would
5,
be
10
it would
minutes or something on a chair?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
and no one talking.
No,
Just
music.
that.
yeah, I think they whiffed it too.
Yeah.
How many viewers was watching?
Probably
Dude,
millions.
4, 5, I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously.
So should we get into the list, or we want to talk about Glengarry Glen Ross more? Because I'm happy to keep talking about Glengarry Glen
look,
Ross.
either way, I guess we should
Whoa!
get to the.
If
to
we
the
made
list.
Avengers in the '80s, those guys would be in the
Yeah, dude.
Avengers.
100%. Yeah.
Al Pacino as Iron Man, obviously. I think that's an obvious pick.
No, Alec Baldwin's Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry, I was picking just from the salesman, not Alec Baldwin.
No, I mean,
Pacino would be more like
Doctor Strange? Pacino's Doctor Strange?
It's
Doctor
like,
Strange
so,
Pacino?
is it just from the Glengarry Glen Ross?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just go-
cast, or are we going
We're
like
casting from the
in the
Glengarry Glen
90s.
Ross cast. So we
well,
can,
92 was when.
Yeah.
okay? Because I'm like, you getting Tom Cruise for Iron Man. I know that was people talking about like, oh, he's
Yeah.
going to appear in Madness movie. No.
Actually, Alec Baldwin because it's the '90s. Nick Fury's white then.
yes, that's true.
So-
Good point. Good
well,
point.
what's David Hasselhoff doing?
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
Damn, dude. This is
No, but like we need the Glengarry Glen Ross boys
I
there.
know, but we had like Hasselhoff in like the
Yeah,
Nick Fury
yeah.
film. But
I
when
know.
did that come out? Like 80s?
Probably, yeah.
Captain America, Alec Baldwin? It's not impossible.
Where does Baldwin fit into the cast? yeah.
Hulk?
No.
Think about it, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. He doesn't work as Bruce Banner.
I think that's where he works the most. Yeah.
You seen it?
Imagine
He's too
him,
smarmy.
yeah, but imagine him in
Doctor
Beetlejuice. Shut the
Okay,
fuck up.
Loki.
In Beetlejuice, he's got the little glasses on. He's a nerd. He's got his model train set.
Yeah, he's a nerd, but I can't see him as a scientist.
This is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Nah. He's a salesman.
I think you're
In my
not a
head,
scientist.
in
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, he also works for real estate.
Yeah.
This is
I can't
crazy. I think he's the
imagine-
perfect Bruce Banner.
I'm sorry, but Alec
Eh,
Baldwin,
Alec-
especially in like that era,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine him using a computer.
Okay, I know that this goes against what we just said, but
Yeah.
I think he's a different vibe scientist. Alec Baldwin as Ant-Man.
That's
Yeah,
crazy
okay.
to me. That's That's too crazy.
Yeah, because
No.
like maybe like the piece of shit Ant-Man
Yeah.
that's trying to steal shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see
The
that.
Ant-Man that Ants guy. What's his name? Old Ant-Man.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, the Michael
Yeah, I know
Douglas
the
Ant-Man.
ants guy. Yeah. Like bit
Scott, the ants, ants. I can't do ants.
That's
there we
not
go.
bad.
That's better.
Scott the ants.
Scott the ants. Scott the ants.
God, for God's sake,
Speak to the ants.
The ants have come to life, for
You
God's
gotta
sake.
keep talking to the ants.
Jack Lemmon as
Hulk. Yeah.
Jack Lemmon as Hulk. I was gonna say fucking Uncle Ben.
Oh,
Spider-Man, you gotta listen to me. Listen to me
Spider-
good.
Spider-Man, you gotta be
come
worried
here,
about the
okay?
ants. Spider-Man, you gotta.
Okay, the ants are coming to life. I was talking to Michael Douglas. He was saying the ants are
You gotta
coming
think
to life.
about it, Spider-Man. You gotta think about
What,
the
Uncle Ben?
ants.
You shut the fuck up. You gotta listen
You
to
gotta
me.
listen to me.
Okay, you
With
gotta
great
listen.
power comes so many fucking ants.
You got.
I don't know what
Here's
to do
the
with
thing.
it.
Okay, you got this responsibility. Okay, because you got the powers of a spider. I know it. You know it. You got the spider powers, and I
gotta
get
do it.
shot in the heart.
I'm getting
I'm
stabbed by a
fucking
goddamn
bleeding out right now, Peter Parker. For God's sakes,
But you just gotta think about
you
it.
just gotta, with the great power, kill the guy who killed me.
And then my thirst for revenge will be gone.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be sated. I ain't gonna haunt you.
Okay.
What about Alec Baldwin as Mr. Fantastic?
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
good casting.
Yeah.
That I agree with.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Small
Small scientist, but a different one. Yeah.
Smarmy, smug. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
there.
Yeah, you can also
Pacino?
do a Namor.
Alec Baldwin is Namor.
He's smarmy.
Everyone's coming out with crazy casting.
smart.
Not as crazy as what did you cast him
Hulk.
as?
I still think he'd be a perfect
That's
Hulk.
fucked up, dude.
I still think he'd be.
Have you seen the Hulk?
Yes, dude. I've seen the Hulk. You got to imagine, okay?
Yeah.
I
it's-
am.
It's the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
shut
was
the fuck
there.
up. You gotta.
We were all there.
It's the 90s, and
Yeah.
every lead actor in an action movie is handsome. Okay,
Yeah.
and shut the fuck up. And it,
I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
I saw
Yes.
Adusha's face. Okay,
Yeah, because like
he did this.
Yeah, we haven't had handsome actors since the 90s. What's wrong with you? All these cast are handsome.
Yes,
Yes.
I know. But they're all a certain kind of handsome.
Yeah.
We're not getting Mark Ruffalo handsome in the 90s. They're all Alec
Edward
Baldwin
Norton
handsome.
was the Hulk for before that.
Yeah.
And
And
Eric
Before
Banner.
that, yeah, Banner.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin is still a different guy to those guys.
In the
Yeah.
90s, he's the perfect guy for the Hulk.
No, he's
I
not.
will die on this hill.
You will die on the
Yeah,
hill
good,
and no
fine.
one will support you. Anyway, name number one, Chris
right, yeah.
Hemsworth,
Yeah.
Thor.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
back.
So that was, I guess, this is where things immediately go wrong for them. They're opening with a name that's like not a huge surprise, but like we haven't really heard much about Thor.
Thor
So-
Love and Thunder kind of ended in a really weird, and some in me would say terrible place.
Yeah, I agree. Joel Zammett thinks that movie was good.
Yeah, more power to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
God
these
bless.
things happen.
Didn't love it, didn't hate it. I was like, well, that's fine.
I think it was a stinky piece of
that's fine.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's fine.
I was watching an interview with I forget who his name. He's an Australian actor. He was on a podcast. Like
David
we're
Wenham?
doing. Yeah, might have. No. No, it wasn't that. No. It was somebody who played like an alien leader in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
No, it was an Australian
Not
guy.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Australian.
Fucking the Skrull guy.
No.
Ben Mendelsohn.
He was. It was like a bit part. And he was like, I was very excited because I got to be in this movie. And then the way he talks about it, I'm like, wow, it's awesome how little Taika Waititi cared about this movie. He's like, yeah, I came in and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Taika Waititi didn't really give him any advice. And he was like, before they started shooting, he's like, Australian or American? And Taika was like, I don't know, Australian. And then he did Australian. And he's like, that didn't work. Do it like an alien. And then he did
Do
like
it
an
like an
alien.
alien, you
and then
say.
he was like, okay. And then he was like, anyway, we're done.
So what happened in Thor: Love and Thunder? Was it just
As in the plot or the behind the scenes?
Did Taika just not give a shit? Was it just more like again, benefit of the doubt? Like they've been like, most people I assume don't want to make a stinky piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And so like if you look at Ragnarok, you're like, hey, it's pretty good.
It's a good
Everyone had a
movie.
good time with it. Everyone was having a good time. When Love and Thunder came out, everyone was like, oh
yeah.
And then there's those moments when like you see where he's like. It was with Tessa Thompson, and they're talking about like the anatomy of a scene, like all stitched together.
Yeah.
You could see him almost being like, "Oh yeah, shit,
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
that's right, yeah, whatever." And she's like,
And there's a scene that is like kind of did the rounds recently, which is where Emma Thompson and Valkyrie and Lady Thor
"Okay, yes.
are talking and
Natalie Portman."
Natalie Portman, thank you.
I'm like, Emma Thompson. What's she got to do with this? All right, sure.
Anyway, Valkyrie and Lady Thor are just
Yeah.
like, it's like a scene where they're just like, oh, have you got the sword? Yeah, this is my sword. Oh, is that a grenade? Oh no, it's a speaker or whatever. And people are like, this is just the most deleted scene energy of a scene that ended up in a movie I've ever seen in my life. Where they're like, it has the blocking of like a credit card commercial.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I just
that
loved,
movie's bad.
Christian Bale being like, "All right, let me do this like god awful scream."
Yeah. It's like,
And then everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm going to do this film if you make sure that god awful scream is in the final cut." Yeah.
sure,
we cut
man.
it anyway.
Yeah, it's not in the movie. Fuck you.
So, I mean, like, there's like rumors that Taika Waititi, and I mean, like, I say rumors, but people have said about it on that he was very much there because at that point he was allegedly, and it's been denied by people involved, but again, people on set were like, it was crazy to see. Was he was at that point in an open relationship with Rita Ora and Tessa Thompson.
Yeah.
So apparently a lot of the set time he wasn't directing, he was just flirting and making out.
Okay.
Just being a real horn dog.
Okay, so is Love and Thunder just like
I
a
think
film directed by a man with horny brain?
I think it was just a man directed who he just got given a shitload of money. And look, maybe he was burnt out, but also like that's kind of been his shtick of just like
I also
goofy.
I heard people be like, "Oh, the movie's like a fuck you to Marvel for like shitting on Thor and stuff in the Avengers." But I
movie
think that's
shits on-
pretty. Huh?
This movie shits on all of that way more.
Yeah, and I also think that's like such a like the kind of thing people believe these movies have far more sanctity than they actually do.
Yeah, if you're looking at a movie, if you want a comic book movie that says "fuck you" to the studio, that's where Joker Folie à Deux comes in.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's good, but it is definitely a fuck you.
And also, like, you can do that without being a piece. You can do the thing that allegedly, though I don't think this is true, Taika Waititi did with Thor: Love and Thunder. You can do it well. Like in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is the same thing. Where they're like, well, that's not the direction I would have taken Peter Quill and Gamora, but that's okay. I'll bounce back and we'll actually get something out of it.
Or you could-
instead of being like, oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to make a bad movie. Fuck you. I
Yeah,
don't
or
know.
you could do like the Edgar Wright thing, which is like, yeah, cool. So much interference.
Fall off and not
I
make a
quit.
good movie
I
for
just quit.
15 years.
That's also true. But yeah,
You're like,
you
you
just
know
like,
what,
oh, you know what? I'm done.
dipping.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't need this.
Honestly, I think he just didn't care. And like, whatever. I mean, who cares? Get that bag, I guess.
I
but-
put my whole heart and soul into every podcast, so I can't relate.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair.
Not me.
I know, you couldn't even watch...
I'm phoning this one in. Letting you know. This is a phone it up.
So okay, yeah. So we get Hemsworth, which again, you're right, not a big surprise because once again, I'm like. Also, I think this whole thing about this, like
Well,
this
no,
this
'cause I was-
casting,
Yeah.
it's just weird to me because
Well,
I'm like
the structure
we
of
don't
the
know
cast.
fuck about nothing.
Yeah.
I think that...
I don't know what the movie... Yeah.
The reason why I think Chris Hemsworth is a totally acceptable and good way to start this because it's a character that if you had to guess, you're probably like, they're going to be in it, but we haven't heard anything about it.
Sorry,
But no, I know what you mean. You mean
Sorry.
like-
I mean, I don't know what the fuck is happening in Marvel.
Yeah.
So the fact that like Chris Hemsworth's name's there, that's like fine or whatever.
Yeah.
Any of these names there, I'm like whatever. But I'm also like, you haven't given us since after Endgame, and we've talked about ad nauseum. Like it's just fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
Because no one knows what the fuck is going on.
Well, I think
Which
it's
is-
because like this movie... So if they were like in the Spider-Man No Way Home, Tobey Maguire's in it. You're like, that's huge. Because I kind of know what the movie's about. So it's huge that Tobey Maguire's in this. I don't know what this movie is
like
about.
we know. I mean, I guess we don't, but it's kind of the idea of, oh yeah, cool. Alternate realities. We're doing incursions, and we're going to do the Doom world. Whatever.
Yeah.
Everything's coming together. Okay, but I know that from bullshit comics. They're bullshit. So,
yeah, I mean, the people that are watching this probably are aware anyway, because it's not like the John movies who's taking his wife movies to the movies because they just like going to the movies. They're not watching this.
Yeah,
obviously.
Anyway, so what I think I disagree just in the sense of like, I mean, every time they announce anything for any of these movies, what you said could be applied because, there's no real narrative direction. And hopefully, I'm optimistic that Doomsday will at least funnel things in where, because everything's just been left up in the air, they've done it so much that it doesn't really matter where you grab the characters from now. Because it's like, what was Thor doing? We don't really know. So when he...
Yeah.
Yeah,
will his daughter be
now.
in this, do you think?
No.
I don't think we'll ever see her again.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Who's next? We got a lot of names
Well, then
we've
got Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean, where it's like, okay, but by putting names of people that are in upcoming properties...
Yeah.
And I know you've got to mix in you need to mix in the surprises and the obvious ones. And I don't think they do that because you go, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
First of all, by including anyone that's in the Thunderbolts in this, if you haven't, if this is meant to be a full list, don't put most of the Thunderbolts cast here because, hey, guess what? Now we know because the whole thing with the whole build up with that movie is like,
who knows what's going to happen to these people? Yeah.
Let me just have a look at the list. Everyone except Taskmaster is in this movie.
That said, though, this could all just be like,
bullshit
or like alternate reality bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. But
so
then
it's like it's all bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I get, and once again, I mean, this is again. Why not have the actors there?
Yeah.
I understand that would be expensive.
Yeah.
I get it. That would be very pricey.
Yeah.
But if you had them, and again, but like, hey, this is we're streaming this for 5 hours apparently, or we're doing, you have the actors there in costume, in makeup. You have like a whole set, like, busy
I guess
going
they
around
just
and
assume
doing
that the
shit like
names
that.
will be
right?
enough these days.
And like, you could have put effort into this. You have everyone there. If you're gonna have, I know, look, spoilers ahead for Kelsey Grammer's probably the beast. But if you had him there,
dude, you just wrecked number.
So sorry,
you wrecked name, number, fucking. Where is he?
Oh, well, you can't.
Dude.
How good would it be?
He's
instead?
number 12.
Well,
He
you
ranks
just
number
have
12.
Like, they're putting on either blue aesthetic or they're trying to blow up his hair or something else. You know
Just
what I mean?
do anything.
Just
Yeah.
anything. And it just feels.
I guess I didn't want actors sitting in chairs for 5 hours.
Well, yeah, obviously you wouldn't. Yeah, again, you don't do this for 5 freaking hours. Would have also been my notes to the whoever came up with this idea. I don't know. It just seems bad.
Yeah, so Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan. So that's Invisible Woman, Captain America, Winter Soldier. Then Letitia Wright. So that's Shuri.
Yeah.
Then Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. And then all of a sudden, it's 5 names in a row there. Like, you've just copped 5 there that aren't surprises and will obviously be in it. Then Wyatt Russell, U.S. agent. So that's the second Thunderbolt on this list.
It's also very funny because it's like, that's not... we don't know if Thunderbolts is going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm not excited by Wyatt Russell being in the movie.
Like, I liked him in
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That was, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I like him as whatever I've seen him in.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a Nepo baby I can get behind.
Yeah.
He's handsome.
Yeah, he is handsome.
Yeah, he was the Nepo baby that was it him that was just like, yeah, I'm a Nepo baby. I can't change that, but I really trying to be a good actor.
Yeah, I'll be a good actor
and like,
regardless.
Don't think that I am unaware of
that
I've got a leg up.
Yeah.
But I still want to try my best. And it is all bullshit, and I'm sorry. I think that was Wyatt Russell that said that.
That is a nice thing to say.
And even if it wasn't, I'm forever now going to associate that with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, hey, what a lovely man.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was an ice hockey player originally too, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
He looks like that.
I guess that's exciting.
He looks like he could be an
that
ice
he's-
hockey player.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played college ice hockey.
That makes sense.
And then
to
his
me.
professional hockey career was cut short, unfortunately, in 2010 when he got injured.
Oh, that's sad.
He was a goaltender. Fuck.
Nice.
Now let's find out if it was actually him that said those nice things.
But again, him being in it, it's just like, okay, yeah, once again, undercutting Thunderbolts.
I guess the thing is,
but at the same time,
I guess what's really getting in the way of this for me is that I just don't care.
Yeah.
So like, I have to, if I put myself in the mindset of somebody who's still very excited for these movies, and like Doomsday could be good. I don't know. Like, I some of these movies when they're coming out, I think like,
that
but like
Doomsday will it'll be a spectacle.
Yeah.
It will be an event, I guess. It will not make as much money as the other Avengers.
No.
But, I don't think I'm going to leave and be like, whoa, I can't believe they did that. I'll be like, there was heaps of guys
It's a bit
there.
of fun, yeah.
Maybe superhero films will have their swan song.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
That'd be all right. I'm
Or
not
at least
against
maybe
that.
Marvel might have a swan
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah.
And that'd be nice as well.
Or it's either its swan song or it's like, oh shit, I'm revitalized again. You know, I'm once more excited for these movies.
I don't think Wyatt Russell said that Nepo Baby speech.
Well, you've forever associated it in our minds.
Yeah.
So in
One
my
lovely
head,
man. He's
did.
all right.
he did say that.
Yeah.
And Goldie Hawn at one point, who is his mom,
Yes.
pitched the ultimate Nepo Baby movie. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Next lot of names. We have Namor.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a curveball, but again, not a huge.
But it is surprising because I think, and you know, his.
Wasn't there some controversies with both the actors in Wakanda? For,
there was something with the guy who played
Namor.
Namor. I forget what it was. Was it an assault
Was
allegation?
it maybe allegations, but maybe was that overshadowed by Jonathan Majors?
Yes, very possibly.
Let's find out.
Because I remember hearing about this and being like, oh, I guess we're never.
I
getting
mean, the
Aquaman
dad
again.
from Ms. Marvel is.
Aquaman's DC, you idiot.
I am phoning this episode. My God. Whatever, it's all the same shit. But yeah. Ms. Marvel's dad
and
is
then
also a
who's
piece
in
of shit.
Daredevil. Yeah. Namor has been accused of sexual assault.
Yeah.
Here in the comics that Aquaman can now like control his blood.
Whoa,
and
that's
he's using his blood
badass.
as powers or whatever.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's cool.
awesome.
I
Then
guess
we've got
blood is just different water.
Yeah, he went to the blue or whatever, and now he's like, I can control some fuckers there being like, you can control water. Here's water and blood. And he's like, oh yeah, and now
he's stealing Magneto's trick.
Now he's shooting like blood out of his
Oh, cool.
body. And
Maybe
They keep
Aquaman's
fucking shit
awesome.
up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Then we got the Thing.
Yeah.
Simu as Shang-Li.
Chung Li. Who's that?
Combination of Shang-Chi and I guess
Bruce Lee?
No, Chun-Li.
I was gonna say Street Fighter.
Chung Li, yeah.
Because I looked at Shang-Chi and my brain went Chun-Li.
Yeah.
And then I said both.
I'm sad that the Lee wasn't Chum Lee, who I think is that guy from Porn Stars. He should be an Avengers.
Chun-Li,
dude.
yeah. The
Chum
Porn
Lee.
Stars guys should be in Avengers.
Yeah.
But not as, like, their superheroes are just them as porn stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have powers, but doesn't really.
The
they don't
powers
use
are
it.
to get a good deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, imagine one of them is like basically they've got the same powers as almost the Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they don't use them.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just there
they just
to
pawn stuff
do
off.
porn.
Yeah. That is.
Oh, you a stretchy guy? Yeah.
Yeah, who cares?
I'll give you
Anyway,
$200 bucks.
$200 for these collector's edition
Oh, I got
knives?
it. I got valued for $10K.
I got a
Yeah.
guy. Let's get him to value it.
Yeah, these fucking knives are worth heaps, dude. Yeah. I stand by my $20.
That guy comes in, he's on fire. Yeah, they're pretty valuable.
Brother, are you okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is I'm a
dude.
superpower.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm a superpower.
Okay, I'm a superpower. Shut up.
Look at these knives or whatever.
Florence Pugh as Yelena, again, not a surprise, but again, it just should, like, again, that's now 3 fucking.
Yeah. But they didn't have many surprises. If you think about it,
Well,
they
if
had
I'm
the
count-
X-Men, that's it.
Well, if I'm counting Chris Hemsworth as like a nice surprise,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, they should have sprinkled the X-Men in
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
And if they hadn't announced the Fantastic Four, then having Vanessa Kirby, because they end treating spoilers for number 26. They put Pedro Pascal between spoilers for 25 and 27. Channing Tatum and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And also, I'm like, sure, you have like, X-Men, but I'm like, it would mean more if they weren't already, like, had popped up.
Well, some of them haven't.
Well, Patrick Stewart had already popped up. And
Yeah,
also,
most,
like, again, it's just.
It's kind of meaningless,
Well, it's funny
really.
because 2 of them, I will say.
Some of them, they popped up in Deadpool 2 at the
Yeah.
end. I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like,
Deadpool 2 doesn't have any original X-Men cameos. It's got the new
the
X-Men.
new X-Men, yeah.
But I think
for
it's
that
al-
one scene.
Yeah, that one
where-
scene at
But I
the
think
end.
it's also this
Wasn't
thing where,
James
like,
Marsden in that one?
No.
they might reference him.
James McAvoy's in it.
Yeah, I know him. I'm not getting my Jameses mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm sure there
Too
was
many
a,
Jameses.
Was there a Cyclops
They could have been.
in the?
No.
Anyway.
I think it's just this thing where, like, I don't know, and I think the Marvel execs are the same,
Yeah.
what an exciting cameo is. Because a lot of this
Well,
stuff...
it's not Yelena.
No.
Although I love Florence Pugh. So
Yeah.
good. Glad she's in it.
Glad
Vanessa
she
Kirby's
didn't
good
die
too.
in Thunderbolt.
Yeah,
Yes.
good to find out.
Good to find out. Good
And
to find
then
out.
we get Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah.
Beast.
Which
Cool.
is cool. But
No.
we've already seen Kelsey Grammer as Beast
But
back
it's
in Photon
the
when she
Marvels.
went
Yes,
into the
well,
space.
I mean,
or
if you look at the
whatever.
box office, no, we
No one saw
haven't.
that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
And also, like, it's still like that is.
Yeah.
That's
I
still
think
like
it's
more-
awesome to be like this scene, the post-credit scene of the Marvels, relevant. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, of course, because they're gonna want if this does big
Yeah.
numbers, that's gonna make the previous movies
yeah,
like,
people
oh yeah,
go
you've
back.
got
I gotta watch it now to
watch
get
it.
the full
Gotta
story.
watch it.
like
yeah.
what they did with Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
Well,
Or is it going to be like, yeah.
I don't need to watch it because I got the same hit. That,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry about it because that's a different beast.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
Photon, don't worry.
yeah.
Yeah,
well,
is she not?
she's not on this
here,
list.
so
Yeah,
we
this
killed
is-
her.
Yeah. We killed an Ada. We're the cannibal X-Men.
Oh fuck!
yeah, yeah, we're doing that.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah, we're doing Marvel Zombies.
Yeah. No, Marvel cannibals.
No. We're not zombies.
Yeah.
We're cannibals.
Oh, my mistake.
We know what we're doing.
Old man cannibal.
Yeah.
Old man cannibal.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, they've been possessed by some evil.
Yeah.
No, I just like the taste of human flesh.
We just eat people.
Yeah, it's real cool. It's Wolverine.
Yeah.
Cost me a bit of arm. I eat the arm.
Yeah.
I'm a beast.
We ate Wolverine.
It's great. He keeps regenerating. He's delicious.
I'm really
Unlimited
sad we didn't
food.
get the normal X-Men. Yeah, well, too
Yeah.
bad.
And then fucking Lewis Pullman as Sentry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Another person who's not dying in Thunderbolts.
No.
I guess.
Yeah. So
Then
he's
we
not becoming the
get.
void, or he's becoming the void, and maybe
They'll make him good again.
Yeah, they all become the void, and I guess he kills Taskmaster, and that's it.
End of movie.
End of movie.
You haven't seen the trailer, but there's one trailer that
Yeah.
really, really, really heavily implies that it's not. He doesn't just become. It's like almost like split personality.
Well, that's how it is in
That's how
comics,
it is in
yeah.
comics, yeah.
Danny Ramirez as Falcon.
You know what
Joseph-
also would have helped? Just
Yeah.
like average, John Q movie dickhead.
Faces.
Not just names of their characters.
Yes, that's true. Actually,
Well, that's
that
what I'm
would've
doing
been-
right
yeah,
now.
This
Yeah.
is why I'm thanking
That
you. But I'm
would've-
like, it would have been good on the actual,
Yes,
for
on
the
the
5
chairs,
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even like you go Chris Hemsworth and then you have like a compilation of shots of him in a movie.
Yeah, but that's too much effort
Thor
than
or what-
panning a camera across 26 empty chairs on one chair that's got one guy fucking
Yeah.
mogging for the camera.
Yeah. And because he was there for the full 5 hours. I
Yeah,
can only
yeah,
assume.
yeah.
Yeah, he didn't just
come
walk
and
in
last
just
10
before-
seconds.
yeah.
No.
Then we have. Can't remember if I just said this, but Joseph Quinn, Human Torch.
Yeah.
No,
No,
you
you
can
didn't
say, but
say
yeah,
it.
it's
So,
fine.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And like,
Once
yeah,
again, you're like, okay,
they group together the X-Men,
yeah.
except for Kelsey Grammer, but then they don't group together any of the Fantastic
Well, I
Four.
think it's-
Why would we group together the Fantastic Four or the Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
The X-Men who are grouping together. That's what we need.
Because the X-Men, because you got to think about it. You're not thinking about it like them all meant to be reveals. A lot of it
Yeah.
is just like, this is the cast. And then the X-Men's really the only bit where they're like, and check out, because, that's because that's
yeah.
a surprise. The Fantastic Four are going to be in
Yeah.
this movie. Thunderbolts, I didn't really expect to be in the movie, but whatever.
David Harbour, Red Guardian, is next on the
Yeah.
list,
It's
by the
just-
way.
it's just weird.
Another man
Yeah.
who survives, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird that, they don't group, with the X-Men, which is maybe, yes, the only surprise, really.
They should have spread them out a little bit.
or have the X-Men at the very end.
Yes,
You know
it
what I
feels
mean?
Yeah.
weird that they're not the final reveal.
Well,
That is
I
true.
get what they've gone for, except for because if
Do
you put
What have they?
no, I get what they're going for with the ending.
Yeah.
Minus one decision, which is confusing.
Yeah.
Why they put Pedro Pascal where he is? Because if it was
Okay, now I get it. Okay,
Yeah, 'cause it-
it's Doom and Doom
yeah,
and Reed.
and
Fair
'cause
enough. Fair
Doom's
enough.
there, yeah.
Fair enough.
But then have them both there.
Yeah.
Even if it's just Pedro Pascal and
Have them
Robert
both
Downey
there and
Jr.
have them shake their fists at each other.
Have me there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey
Joel Dusha.
guys, I'm not in the movie. Just wondering what you think of these chairs.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Took me
yeah.
fucking ages to set them up. Like,
Took me fucking ages to sit here.
dude, they wouldn't let me piss. Marvel
Okay.
won't let me piss.
Why would they air
Come
this?
come to see Avengers Doomsday.
Who is this man?
Marvel won't let me piss.
Who is this man who needs to piss?
Winston Duke as M'Baku.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
He's good.
yeah, I like
Okay,
him.
so they're getting again, yeah. So again, they
Black
haven't
Panther crew.
grouped the
The Black Panther, yeah, the
Which is,
Wakandans.
I get the not. If you're not gonna group, that's fine. But
Yeah.
why did you group the X-Men?
I think that makes sense.
But they didn't group the X-Men. They just put Beast out there.
Yeah, Beast is.
Behind the shed, ready to shoot
I forgot
in the
Beast
head because
wasn't-
he's gone rabid, maybe.
But then if you're
Like
gonna
a
do that,
dog, yeah.
if you're
Did
gonna
they
do that,
just not think about where anyone was?
Is
I-
anything alphabetical or at least
No.
anything maybe in terms of star power?
No.
Was there any contracts where people were like, I gotta be first, I gotta be
Chris- yeah,
second?
Chris Hemsworth has it.
Who's next to me? No, I refuse.
I will. It's like seating people at a wedding. You
yeah.
know.
Which would have made sense if they were there.
Yeah.
Hannah John Carmen to Ghost.
Yeah.
So she's surviving
Nice.
Thunderbolts. Because I
The
don't
only-
think they're
honestly-
going to the effort of bringing her back from the dead.
The only thing that would have maybe made me go, oh wow, would have been maybe a Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
That's
Who
it.
has definitively said my
100%,
character's dead.
Yeah, leave me
But
alone.
yes, yeah, you're right. If
That
ScarJo
or,
was there,
Scarlet Witch.
yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That was the only one like that would have been like, oh okay. Would have been a surprise.
Yeah. It's funny because even like I don't know why this wouldn't have been a surprise, but if Chris Evans had been there, I would have just been like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think there's a rumor he's going to be in Fantastic Four in some kind of role, presumably playing that world's version of Captain America.
Yeah. Or,
Who cares?
yeah.
Well, once again, because he was in Deadpool
Yeah.
Wolverine, it's sort of like I get it. Everyone
Also,
loves
Chris
me a
Evans-
cameo fuckfest.
Yeah.
But
Chris
like, you've already
Evans
blown
wants to
some
be in
loads, so
fucking everything.
They already blew the main load, and
Yeah.
I've said this a million times already. But
To
they blew.
Spider-Man?
They blew the main. They've blown their main load. They got
Yeah.
no loads. It's just the little spurts of ejaculate left, dude.
yeah, but that
the
feels
main
awesome.
load was
it was Tobey Maguire because Tobey Maguire.
Okay, I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr. was your main load.
No, I think when No Way Home came out,
That was your biggest load.
that was the biggest load they could have blown. And I think at
Yeah,
this
okay.
point, nothing else is as big a load.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
I
I've
was
said
going to
that
say
since the
Robert Downey Jr.
beginning, yeah.
was your next big load, but they kind of fired that into like they had that ready in the chamber, ready to go
Yeah.
straight
In their
away.
pants.
And I was like, whoa, okay. Oh, I thought we'd edge ourselves a bit more for this. No. Wow.
Hey,
That is
son,
those
hey,
are some,
babe, I'm
those
ready for
are some
round two.
No, I
Whoa,
guess.
wow! I didn't realize that would. I thought the second time would be,
Yeah,
more. That's
there'd
a
be a
thick
little
load. That's
time
a thick-
between, but
That's thick.
Were they
That's all I'm
doing the
saying.
thing of like jacking off before they go on a date so that they last longer?
yeah, maybe. Yeah, they
maybe,
pop out the
maybe.
easy one, as you say.
But like,
I guess the X-Men is another fat load that
But
you
they've been
could
hinting
blow.
at this
But,
fat load for
yeah.
a while. I mean, yes, they are edging.
And honestly, kind of in a
So
weird.
does that make Wolverine like a bit of pre-cum?
Yeah, he's sort of.
no,
yeah.
well, I mean,
Well, they
Because
kind
they've
of.
got like
What counts as a load?
Yeah, because in in Marvel or Miss Marvel, it was like the no.
Oh, yeah,
that was
sure,
your edging.
Yeah, that was the
edging.
beginning.
we've seen Kelsey Grammer.
We've seen Kelsey Grammer. That was a bit of a
yeah,
We've seen
slow down,
Patrick
babe.
Stewart.
Slow down, babe.
yeah.
We've seen Patrick
Well,
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart was, I think, in a way, Patrick Stewart. The
Stewart.
moment they had him in the movie, again, they lost their.
That was a little bit of like, oh no, a little bit of pre-cum. I've gone limp.
Yeah,
Shit.
that was coming early. Yeah,
That scene in Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
because that is reminiscent of like the Spider-Man, like
Yeah.
the guys that got back for that, even though it's only one scene in Doctor Strange,
Yeah.
but that's like a pretty big thing. But that was so close to Spider-Man. In fact, it was the movie after
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So like it didn't,
I think they
Yeah.
clustered
because
it
if
together-
that scene
Yeah.
happens in fucking now,
Yeah.
people are like, whoa!
If they had not hinted at the X-Men at all, and then they done
no,
the
they
same,
need to, because we're complaining about both sides of the spectrum at the moment.
I'm mad at all of it.
Yeah.
You're angry if they tease something, and you're angry if they don't tease something.
Well, no, I was going to say if they'd not said anything and then they'd revealed them in Doomsday, it would have been like the No Way Home Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
Because
then,
we would have been like, holy shit. Because the thing about the No Way Home Spider-Man, why that was important, or not important, but why that was like it felt crazy, is because it was doing that weird thing that people want for some reason, where it solidified these other Marvel
Yeah.
movies as canonical.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. That feels crazy. You're like, oh, it's, and I think we spoke about this before, it's real. Oh my God, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is
I
really
didn't
Spider-Man.
waste that time watching that
That's
movie and caring
he's
about it.
real in this universe, so that's exciting. And then in the next movie, when they go, and so is Patrick Stewart, you go, oh, so are the X-Men. So then when the X-Men appear in this, you don't have the same feeling. You're not like, whoa, the X-Men from
Yeah.
Fox's X-Men universe are they're all the multiverse. You go, oh yeah, like in
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's not as exciting. And
Yeah.
they're running out of, and because
And, like,
Patrick Stewart, I would say, is probably the most recognizable of the Fox X-Men. You know, like if they'd been like, I don't know, if Toad had been up there on the Illuminati, you would have been like, wait, was that? Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then you have Patrick Stewart appear and it's like a fucking, whoa, it's a hooting and hollering moment.
Yeah, like again, why?
What do they got left? James Marsden?
Yeah.
well, he's on the list.
No,
on the
that's what I
list.
mean. Like, what, do you care? Is that as exciting?
I
if
hate
it's-
Cyclops, so no, I really
It's
don't
like,
care.
oh, Patrick Stewart's there,
Sorry,
who I've
man, I
seen.
know
No,
he's your guy.
it's very funny because like I love Cyclops and it's this wonderful thing as well. Like I think we've mentioned it before, where
Yeah.
it's just like do you want like a solo Cyclops movie? And I think that's both both spectrums of like
Yeah.
the Cyclops either love him or hate him. Agree on is no.
Yeah.
we don't want that.
Well,
no,
That's
thank you.
very fair.
Just going back to the Chris Evans thing, because
Yeah.
I get, look, my main problem, and I think that we're just yelling about a whole bunch of stuff, which is based on speculation way.
Yes.
My problem with this list is that, like, sure, do the video, make it shorter.
Yeah.
Do, like, fucking...
5 hours is pretty gratuitous.
Even half an hour would probably be a bit long.
Yeah.
You don't need to have all the actors there, but structure it in a way where it's, like, obvious, bit of a surprise, obvious, bit of a surprise. Because, like, even with the X-Men and grouping them together, you could have done it in a way where people like, holy shit. So... like Kelsey Grammer, you've just got him loose in the middle. Cool. Do the same thing with Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Because then it gives people to be like, oh shit, that's 2. And those are the 2 guys we'd already seen.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen Ian McKellen, Alan Cummings, and Rebecca Mystique.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen them. And like, so yeah, like when you get to this point, you're just like, it's just like, X-Men, but like new guys, but it's like, well, my excitement level's staying the same. Where if it's like, yeah, again, started strong. Chris Hemsworth into Vanessa Kirby into Anthony Mackie, fine.
Sure, yeah.
Because it's like, Chris Hemsworth, yeah, again, I get it. Like, yeah, he was obviously probably going to be in it. But like, confirmation, cool.
Yeah.
Obvious ones. And then if you throw in even throw in like Shang-Chi, it's like, okay, we haven't forgotten him. Give us an Eternal or some shit.
Oh, yeah, Sprite, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what else could have like maybe been a bit more like, oh shit, Tom
Well, even-
Hardy name.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? It's just again,
Even
I get it, they're
fucking-
not doing that, but I'm like,
Honestly,
what is this movie now?
Tom Hardy, I think, is the next load they have, which is very funny. But genuinely, I think if they go Tom Hardy's in this movie, that's the next time people will be like,
Hugh,
oh,
no,
shit.
no. It's Hugh Jackman interacting with Avengers.
No, I don't think people care.
People
no,
will
shut up, dude.
No, I mean, sorry, people will care, but I don't.
No,
I think
you're
they've already blasted that
No,
road.
no, because Deadpool works the opposite way that you're thinking it's
It's
worked.
going in.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no. So Deadpool
That's
and
bad for
Wolverine,
you.
you see as them blowing their Wolverine load.
Yeah.
But all it's done is put Wolverine closer to the Avengers, and people want Wolverine to
That's
interact with
fair,
the
I suppose.
Avengers.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like, yeah, it's not like they've got whole hog out. It's like they've taken pants off, and you can see the outline of dick.
They're boned up in pants.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I know what I'm in.
I
Like,
know
as in,
what's
like I
coming,
can see what's
yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
So it's
like-
not. It won't be like a surprise.
Yeah.
But people will go apeshit.
Yeah,
for
the
it.
is
moment
fair.
you have Hugh Jackman in an Avengers movie, that's another Billy.
Yeah.
At least.
It's crazy to think that after this, because I'm assuming Hugh Jackman's going to be in Secret Wars or whatever the last one is.
Sure.
Probably. I think a lot
Or
of
he'll be in Doomsday.
there'll be a lot of characters that
What's
I
like?
think appear in Doomsday, or like are pretty much not in this movie, but will appear
Well,
towards
like
the end of
one. I mean, maybe it's from Secret Wars. I don't know, but who plays She-Hulk? What's her name?
it. Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, but-
To T name.
yeah. But anyway, like there's already like leaked concept art and stuff of her in one of these movies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, she's probably going to be in Doomsday, even though she's not announced. As
Well, it
part of the
depends what
cast.
these movies are. If it's going to be kind of in a similar way of like
Endgame and Infinity War, yeah.
Where
Sorry,
it's
other way
the
around, yeah.
the
Tatiana
ends on-
Maslany.
Tatiana
Yes.
Maslany, that's right.
where it ends up like the downer and then like off we go. It's kind of like, well, whatever's happening with the incursions, right? And it's like shit's getting fucked.
Yeah.
And then it ends with like, wow, we're destroyed, and then like, everything kind of collapses, and then it's just like a moment of like silence or a beat, and then
Battle
and then it's
World.
like Battle
Yeah.
World, and Doom's there being like, I've saved everybody, and then you get like little glimpses
Yeah.
of people then and there.
Oh,
and then
I see what you mean.
credits,
Then for the next
and then
movie,
the next
it's-
one we
yeah.
get in
True,
Yeah.
Doom World, whatever.
I
Battle
think.
World.
Yeah, I think that I don't think that this is unrelated to the cast list, but I don't think this is gonna end on a downer. I think it's gonna end on like a like moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, the battle will be.
I guess
high.
battle-
Oh no,
yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
think
So,
you're right.
like,
Yeah.
the downer in terms of like, oh shit, we
Doom
lost.
1,
Yeah.
quote
Oh no,
unquote,
but
yeah.
actually Doom 1 because it's Battle World and we love that because
Yeah.
cameos.
Yeah, yeah,
And then we
yeah.
have a bunch of different cameos, and that's when you get like fucking schnick from off screen. Everyone
Yeah.
comes in their fucking seats, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, we
Well-
clap at the cinema.
But then even like fucking so we're at number 19 of the 27.
Yes.
And this is another name that they should have just sprinkled in earlier, like Tom Hiddleston.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like Chris Hemsworth, not crazy like we have seen him on the screen
Yeah,
recently.
but I think he's kind of more crazier than Chris Hemsworth, because if you've watched Loki season 2,
he's a tree now.
Yeah.
well, he's a tree. It
He's a
felt
tree.
like kind of like an ending to
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston's Loki. Like, oh, okay, that's him done. But
It's like, are we going to get tree Loki or are we going to get alternate Loki?
alternate Loki.
Troki or Olki.
Yeah, Troki or Alki. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because to me, like my stupid comic book brain,
Yeah.
I see it like Hiddleston. I'm like, Oh, okay, so these all now could be just alternate reality or
Yes,
whatever.
for sure.
Right? 'Cause the moment that happens, I'm like, oh, well, because like old Loki's a tree. So are they going to undo that? Probably.
I think either they'll undo it or we'll get the Loki that Thanos killed has come back somehow. And
I wouldn't be shocked if somehow, here's a fucking crazy theory.
Yeah.
Doom kills Thanos again, but somehow kills him earlier in the timeline, so the events of Infinity War and Endgame didn't happen.
Whoa.
Okay.
That would be
Because
crazy.
then this works as I wouldn't be shocked. And
Yeah.
again, this is a pretty crazy theory. I wouldn't be shocked if these movies end up working as a sequel to Endgame and just pretty much ignore the previous phases.
That would be bonkers, but probably
wonderful.
smart.
It would also be smart. Like, as in, like, so these stories and stuff, they still happen or whatever. Or, like, if you like these characters, you've got something to go watch. But they're not relevant for, like, as in, you don't need to have seen them to understand this.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Feige has also come to that theory and treat it like a follow-up to...
Yeah. Well, I mean,
if they-
again, Battleworld is the perfect place for a reboot
100%.
anyway. So, like,
Or even, anyway.
Imagine if they just go, going on that, what you said. It's like, imagine they're like, this is basically a sequel to Endgame. We're finishing that off. Yeah, everything that came after that, non-canon.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Different universe.
it'll still... Or
Except
like,
for Spider-Man, we like that one shot.
or it'll do a thing where it's like, the events... It turns out all the events that we have seen in the last, like, 3 phases all happened in a week. So, like, Anthony Mackie still is Captain America.
Oh,
and
I
stuff
think
like
that's
that.
good. I think it's maybe they'll go back and be like Endgame didn't happen, but I think more likely it's just going to end with a huge reboot of the world. And I'm putting this on the base of speculation bingo card. Okay, at Doomsday, Secret War. That's the last one. Mm-hmm. That is going to end with a mass, whatever it's called, Avengers War. Who
Secret
cares?
Wars.
Yeah, Secret
Really?
Wars.
Didn't we do that with Skrulls? No, that was Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion,
Never
yeah.
mind.
I think it's going to end with as the universe reboots, a extremely self-indulgent, basically to some song, I don't know what, like shots of all of the previous movies.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
No, it'll be the Avengers theme.
Yeah.
But like a slow rendition of the
No.
Avengers.
It'll be Good Riddance, Time of Your Life by Green Day.
No, it'll be the graduation song by Vitamin C.
Whoa. What about Mrs. Robinson?
Mrs. Robinson, as Tony Stark's in his cave or whatever. Captain
just
America,
hammering
Tony,
it.
fighting or whatever.
Do you reckon they'll go backwards through the movie? So the last thing that happens is he unhits the nail and then vanishes. They get snapped again.
But I think that's going to come, and it's going to be extremely self-indulgent. And I'm going to say, "Shut up" under my breath. in
I'll
the
be
cinema.
happy because then I'll be like, for the last 20 years, it's done.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I mean, but then it's like it's already been done in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, if they did, yuck.
I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine's awesome because it's like, hey. Oh, wait, that was the Good Riddance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I thought you were doing.
Fuck. No, I was making fun of it because it's the cliched choice. Because also Friends and
Seinfeld ends with it, yeah. Rip Siney.
It's funny because, like,
Yeah.
that song's really... It's called Good Riddance because it's spiteful and people are just like, no,
It's beautiful,
sincere.
dude.
I need this in my graduation.
Yeah.
The original version of the song sounds kind of similar, but the vocals are way more obviously like, I hope you had the time of your life.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Was that a graduation song for you?
No, I think graduation song by Vitamin C might have been.
I see.
I think that was in high school.
Because my graduation song was
The year below me
Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night by, is that Black Eyed Peas? Tonight's gonna be
I got a feeling.
that would be awesome if that's over the montage. I got a feeling.
The year after, like the year below me in high school,
Yeah.
because I worked at my high school the year after I graduated as a teacher's aide, unqualified.
Nice.
They graduated to Thanks for the Memories by Fall Out Boy.
Whoa.
Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so. Okay,
Great,
cool.
he tastes like you, but sweeter.
Yeah,
That's
right.
crazy.
That's an interesting.
Oh, mine was Beautiful Day
Whoa.
by U2.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude.
Insane, real crazy whiplash between those two songs.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I always associate It's a Beautiful Day with a YouTube video that is like cows being let out of their barn for like after like being like there for winter,
and they see
like
green
sun
grass,
and
yeah.
grass
they get
for the
really
first
so
time
happy.
after-
I know
and
that
they-
video.
And they
That's
frolic,
awesome, dude.
and that's my it's a beautiful day. It's so funny,
Yeah,
like
dude.
it's just peak, just like comedy and like
that's an early YouTube video, like
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
early viral videos. I remember watching that in high school.
It's nice to see a cow happy.
It is nice to see
Yeah.
a cow happy.
It's lovely.
Where's the cow Avengers? That's what I want to see.
Cow Avengers.
Where are the cow Avengers?
Iron
Actually, why don't we
Moon.
get like a live action?
Yeah.
Live action The Far Side Cow Tools.
Yes. No, the
Cow Tools.
Cow
the
Tools.
movie.
Everyone being like, "What is?"
What are the cow
I'm gonna
tools?
kill you. That's how you get cinemas shot up. Unfortunately, you make Cow Tools the movie, and it makes people
I
crazy.
don't understand.
The
I need to kill the president.
Yeah.
where they keep turning Skrulls into cows and making.
Oh yeah, the
big.
three
Yeah,
cow.
true.
Yeah. Oh god, that's part of a very.
Vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kill Vision. Cows kill
Cow
Vision.
kills.
Yeah.
Cows kill
Cows
Vision.
kill-
And that's
Vision.
like
That's like a
every time-
extremely famous comic
Yeah,
book.
every single time people like you gotta respect the source material.
No, you
gotta
don't.
remember that
No, you don't.
one of the most like
It's
like
so
like
stupid.
they like this is where Marvel fucking
Dude,
killed it.
This is respect. You got to respect the craft. dude.
3 cows killed Vision. Anyway, next name on the list. So Tom Hiddleston, and then this is where the clump of X-Men come in because you get Patrick Stewart, Ian
yeah.
McKellen,
Oh,
Alan
yeah.
Cumming,
Yeah.
Mystique,
Yeah.
James Marsden, and then Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum's a surprise, even though it's not that much of a surprise because we're on the internet. But like, if you're just watching the movies, that is a
Yeah.
surprise.
I would have been more surprised if they put Mystique's husband, cue ball, but like his character
Yes.
from Sliders,
Whoa.
right there.
That
I
would have
loved
surprised
that.
me as well.
Alan
I'd have been
Cumming-
like, yeah, fuck it. There's portals and that.
Anyone could be in this movie. Who's Alan Cumming?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
But he
in
hated
Spy
being.
Kids.
Yeah,
He hates being Nightcrawler.
He
Or
hated
did
being
hate just the makeup.
he hated the makeup, and so did Mystique.
Well, they're all
everyone
be
hates
CGI
them,
now,
yeah.
so they're
Yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, like it didn't. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence also hated the makeup.
Yeah.
But
Like,
she
reduce,
started-
reduce. Shut up.
Yeah.
She only wore the makeup for first class, and then I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Days of Future Past she was wearing a bodysuit, which makes way more
So
sense.
much more sense. Or just like I will not be in. I'm a shapeshifter. How
Yeah.
about I don't?
How about I'm not
I'll
blue
be
for
Jennifer
most
Lawrence.
of the movie? Yeah, I saw a thing where people were talking about Ian McKellen's in this movie, and people were posting the clip of him crying in The Hobbit, being like, "Yeah, man,
Yeah, it's gonna suck for him.
that poor guy,
This
that
is
poor
acting.
old man."
And, well, yeah, again, with that came around like Patty Stew, and you
Yeah.
got Ian McKellen. I'm like, yeah, old men.
Old men
We're
are
back
back,
again.
dude.
Yeah, more old men. How
Love-
old? Hey, how old Alan Cummings? Because like again,
He'd be
he did
60.
He did
Yeah.
a great job as Nightcrawler. I
Patrick
think he
Stewart's
was
like what, like
fantastic.
89 or something?
Maybe
Alan
that's a bit
Cumming.
old.
It'd be he's 60.
Patrick Stewart. How old is Patrick Stewart? He in his 80s.
Alan Cumming should have come back as fucking what's his name?
from Spy Kids, Mr. Frost.
No. He's the guy that he played, Alan Partridge.
Oh,
Wait, no, that's not
that's
him.
not
That's
Alan
Steve
Partridge.
Coogan.
That's Steve Coogan, dude.
Alan Cumming and Steve Coogan are the same guy to me. You've got to understand that they're the same guy to me.
Okay, that's
What?
I mean, that's-
what story does
Their
that?
vibe.
What type of brain
Whoa.
problem is
yeah. They're
the vibe of Steve Coogan and Alan Cumming? is
very
the same.
different, but okay.
No, the
Yeah.
same.
I mean,
I think it's just that Alan Partridge is a Steve Coogan character, and that messes with
well,
his brain.
Alan. Partridge,
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then
yes.
Alan Cumming.
Yeah.
That-
So how many other Allens do you know?
Ian McKellen is 85.
85. Okay.
Yeah, how many other Allens do I know? Tim Allen?
Yeah. Is he
Okay.
on the list?
No, but that would have been a big reveal.
Yeah, dude.
Tim Allen as Home Improvement. And Patrick Stewart's 84.
Yeah. Okay.
They got Al, the
Yeah.
his
His
good
side,
friend.
his neighbor
His
sidekick.
No,
Yeah.
he's
His neighbor's
no
Wilson.
Yeah.
Al's his friend from
Al's
Tool
his-
Time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Put him on there.
Yeah, why not?
Al from Tool Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alf. Alf? Do you mean Elf? Let's have both.
Yeah.
Elf, the Will Ferrell movie, and Alf, the alien who eats cats.
I was like,
I'm Elf. I don't know how he
reading
sounded.
about the TV series Alf. As
Ends on a
as you're wont to
cliffhanger,
do.
so people just
Not
assume
just
he's
that,
dead.
The actors fucking hated that
Yes,
puppet.
dude.
The
Yeah.
actors hated
Well,
it
fair enough.
so much.
Have you
that
seen the puppet?
At
Yeah.
the moment that it finished, the lead actor, like one of the dad or whatever, just walked off set, didn't say anything to anyone. and just fucked off.
Did you know that
And then went on to maybe was it crack?
Yeah, I think so. Did you know that I think so. Did you know the Alf
Hell
set
yeah.
was like also like a nightmare to work on
Oh,
because it
yeah.
was full of holes?
So many trapdoors.
So that they could get Alf up there.
Oh,
So they
yeah,
were
that
like
makes sense.
edging around these tiny people fell all the time.
Yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
fucking hated working on
That's
that
so
series.
funny, dude.
But I bet everyone who worked on dinosaurs had a blast.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Then Pedro Pascal, and then Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
yeah.
And with a bit of a shush.
Okay, a big thing that could have happened. So Mystique. So the people we hadn't seen the MCU before: Mystique, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Magneto.
Yeah. Cool.
So 4 out of 27.
That's nice. You got a mum-son duo. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's just like this weird thing where
Not in that
Father-
universe.
Father-son duo.
Yeah.
not in that universe.
Oh yeah.
No? Why, what?
Nightcrawler's born to like a fucking priest and something.
Yeah.
because he's seen as the devil.
Yeah, I know, but are you sure in that universe they said that? Because there was hints that they're like...
Might have
this
been
is-
hints maybe.
You know, Nightcrawler's there being like, you're blue, why? And she's like, yes.
I think I just realized by using these X-Men and not the first class one, Bryan Singer's probably getting money.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
sucks. Do you think there'll be some reference where Magneto's like, "Oh, One Division is my daughter" or whatever?
Where's my boy
Where's my
Pietro,
boy?
whom I hate?
Who shot him, you sons of bitches?
That was my job. The only person that gets to kill my
My
boy
son
is
is
me,
me.
Magneto. Where's that piece of shit Pietro? I'll kill him.
But yeah, put it on the bingo card. At least in Secret Wars, there will be a scene where Magneto, Wanda, and Pietro hang out and make a reference to the fact that they're a family.
Yeah, because I was going to something like, Magneto goes like a bit like, oh yeah, whatever, and he finds out that who killed his daughter in Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Doctor
He's not
Strange
there. Or,
dropped
like,
him out on him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
Benedict Cumberbatch's name isn't there.
Yeah,
There's like a
strange.
few weird ones.
So, like-
Chris Evans will be in this movie because he does anything anymore. Here's
Yeah.
a quick list of things he's done since Avengers Endgame. Knives Out, good movie.
Yeah.
Free Guy, where he plays himself in a cameo.
Yeah.
Don't Look Up, where he is another cameo.
Yeah.
So that's 2 Netflix things. He's Buzz Lightyear in Lightyear.
Oh, yeah.
He's in The Gray Man.
Yep.
He's in Ghosted. He's in a movie called Pain Hustlers, which until I read this
movie.
list didn't know
Fake movie.
it existed.
Sounds extremely
It's
fake.
him and Emily Blunt.
Faking a lie.
God damn, dude.
Then Deadpool and Wolverine. Then Red One.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be
He's
in
not
that,
a hard
yeah.
get.
Yeah, I just thought like you're right. It's not going to be like there's no like pathos here. There's
No.
nothing there. It'll be played for a little bit of a laugh of whatever they're a family. Because I was like, oh yeah, it'd be kind of cool to be Magneto being like finding a bit more about like whatever universes are left or whatever, and finding it out and be like, oh yeah, and then be like, wait, you killed my daughter, and then
Yeah.
just snapping and like full on going like evil mode because that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
but nah.
And even if that
Well-
did happen, there's no build up.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the reason why all of this is so kind of like unappealing to me is that
there's
the
nothing-
reveal of the X-Men in this. So, No Way Home, stinky movie.
Yeah.
But there is some.
I disagree.
Oh,
The
yeah.
best movie
Oh,
of
yeah, of
all
course.
time.
We all-
Great movie. Well,
think
it did
that.
make the most money in the world.
Yeah, so
so what's
good.
cool about seeing Spider-Man interact is that Spider-Man has a shitty life
Yeah.
and needs help. So when you see a Spider-Man, there's something kind of, I don't know, oddly pleasant about Tobey Maguire being like, brother, they didn't really pay this off in the movie, but that's why it's exciting because you imagine Tobey
Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire does. They sort of do because Tobey Maguire gets stabbed to prevent
Yeah.
That's
Tom
true.
Holland's
So there's
Spider-Man
something
from
nice
killing
about
someone, and Andrew
yeah.
Garfield gets to save MJ.
So there's something nice about Gwen Stacy, sorry. No, he saves MJ, but
Dude,
anyway.
I watched the movies, remember?
Not me,
You-
dude. I'm phoning all of this in. But anyway, so there's something nice about that. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Spider-Man looking after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's precedent for that. Like, okay, I can see the value of having those cameos in this movie. The X-Men it means nothing. It's literally just like we bought Fox.
Well,
Got to put them in the fucking
Because,
film.
You're right, yeah. Because I think, the moment you're like, oh yeah, Loki, for me, or Tom Hiddleston, I'm like, oh yeah, cool, probably alternate reality because he's the tree.
Yeah.
And then the X-Men, you're like, oh yeah, it's the alternate reality. So I guess we're going to the
I-
photon realm or
Yeah.
something
Okay,
else different.
how
I
about
don't
this?
fucking know.
Well, and I think that this will make it. You've already decided, so I know I can't win you over, but I might
You
be able
might
to
be
win.
able to.
You're not even going to listen.
He's right.
yeah.
Because, okay, so we know the Fantastic Four is set in an alternate universe, but I mean, the speculation is rampant that that's sorted out within the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
So they're in the 616. So outside of the X-Men, if this, like every single character in this could easily be from just
Another-
the
Yeah,
just the
from
MCU.
yeah.
and Doomsday might not do multiverse stuff until the end. I know it's not going to make you care about X-Men, and that's fine. But the rest of it is the team coming back together. And
yeah, I think I'll care about that.
And I think that because we have seen a little bit of carnage throughout these movies, like there's been some characters die and whatever, at this point, especially if Doom comes in and just wrecks shit, the President's a Hulk now.
Yeah.
There has been enough damage done that the Avengers reassemble, and it is terribly set up, but is kind of set up in Captain America to be like, yeah, no one knows what the fuck is going on with Avengers, and to have the Avengers characters come together and be like, yeah, we also don't know what the fuck is going on. And maybe that's a good idea. Like, we don't know how Thunderbolts ends because it hasn't come out yet. But the fact that there's so many Thunderbolts characters confirmed, maybe they end up being the backbone. They team up with Anthony Mackie, and then all of a sudden, that's like this. And then pulling in all these other guys. They can do it in a way where it's not just
you're right.
a fuck fest.
Yeah.
Like, Secret Wars will be more that, but then you've at least got this 3 hours to set that up. So
like, I do wonder what they are going to do. Because again, is this because they could go many different things that is like, interesting for me.
Yeah.
Is maybe. Because I think with the whole the incursion things, is what happens is like, when two worlds are colliding.
Yeah.
They basically need to destroy one world so that at least the other one, you buy more time, basically. And so what they end up doing is they end up going, right, the Illuminati go in there, and then they start, destroying everyone or fighting everyone. They press a button and it blows up, right?
Yeah.
And at one moment, it's just like everyone being like, oh, I can't do this. I'm going to destroy a world. I'm going to be responsible for billions of lives' death. And Namor is like, give me the fucking button, you sons of bitches.
Yeah.
To have maybe, and then what ends up happening is they're like, well, we need someone to go and do the dirty work there. And so they get like, I think it's like Thanos and a couple other people that they make this like dark cabal to go in there and just destroy the world and then blow it all up. And then if this happens, where it's like Doomsday leading that, and then we have a couple of these characters who we think are heroes are actually the villains. I'm like,
cool.
oh, okay, you've piqued my interest.
Yeah, sure.
I think that we'll get that in Secret Wars rather than Doomsday. I think Doomsday will be a more traditional, just like I think it will probably be more reminiscent of the first Avengers movie of everyone coming together, obviously without the introductions, building towards fighting Doom.
Yeah.
Doom's like incursions or whatever.
I think it'd be interesting to me. What would make this movie good is if it's like you've got the Thunderbolts, but the Thunderbolts are extremely inexperienced, and they're like, "Oh, we're getting
fucked in the head, dude."
Yeah, fucked in the head, guys. But they're like, "Oh, we're getting these whatever." The readings are showing that there's some ultra-dimensional threat is coming, and then there's the sort of first half of the movie is this push like we need to get the Avengers together again, but the Avengers is so fractured, and that like the first half of the like that fun part of Avengers 1 where it was these like conflicting personalities. Everybody has different ideas of what they're meant to do. Anthony Mackie comes in and he's like, well, all right, I'll lead the team. And maybe Yelena's like, well, I'm actually leading the team fine. We don't need you there. Thor comes in and Thor doesn't really have any of his old friends anymore. Like everyone's kind of gone.
Like, where's Captain America?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm Captain America now.
He knows
Who
that.
are you?
He was there for that.
Yeah, maybe he forgot. But I think there's maybe something interesting there. And then it's like it's a very simple, but it's like they need to learn to work together and be like, hey, maybe we got to put all of our petty differences aside to save the world. And then Doomsday happens or whatever. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, like it could be interesting with Thor coming down that he sees US agent and you're like you're a pale imitation of my friend kind of stuff.
Like what's fun about at the a base level.
Yeah.
What's fun about getting all these different characters from their own movies and smushing them together is being like, how will these personalities play off each other? Like it's very basic, but that's like in Avengers 1, you're like, well, Tony Stark he's overconfident and cocky, but Captain America is extremely principled and sort of like a serious guy, and they're conflicting. This is kind of cool or whatever. So
they'll figure something out.
They do that shit, I guess.
I think that the movie's going to at least be watchable, especially compared to the recent. Like, it will be, I guarantee, a step up from whatever you think of phase 1, 4 and 5 so far. This will easily be the best movie in the series. To you, if you think everything's a 3 out of 10, this still might be a 4 out of 10. But
That's
it will be.
I feel like because that's a crazy claim.
What's going to be better?
No,
than
I
this?
just want you to put something behind it. That's a huge claim, dude. And if you believe that's true,
Well, like what? Because the thing is, like, with the Eternals' famous walkout situation, then I was, first of all, at that moment, the MCU movies felt special still.
shave your beard, just a mustache.
But then it's also, I mean, I can claim that, but it is subjective.
Yeah, but also we'll know.
Yeah, we'll know.
We'll know if the movie is the best movie of Phase 6 or whatever, or Phase 5. We'll
Yeah.
know.
Oh, fuck, Fantastic Four! I forgot about Fantastic Four! I'm walking it back.
Yeah, you could pick one or the other.
Yeah.
But it was a
Egg mode. Egg mode. Egg mode.
bro, please.
Egg mode. Egg
To
mode.
make
Egg
a, I
mode.
make a bet. I'm like, yeah. And if I'm wrong, we all have to go egg mode.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Sorry, it's the rule.
oh, fuck. I'll go mustache mode.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And yeah.
That's such a huge claim that it's gonna be a step up, a 4 out of 5.
No, you
That's what you said. That's what you said. You
Doesn't
said,
listen.
you said if
No.
you think it's a 3 out of 5, it will be a 4 out of 5.
No. You got one of those numbers wrong.
God, are you fucking fucked in the head?
Dude.
Are you one of the Thunderbolts? You fucking idiot.
I said,
Yeah.
Got rocks for ears?
and
You gotta
I am
listen.
still walking this back, but
Okay.
we'll have a think about it as we go. Thunderbolts is out in a month, by the way. That's
Yeah.
really
Crazy.
coming up quick. I said, no matter what you think of the other movies,
Yeah.
even if you think it's a 3 out of 10, this will be a 4 out of 10.
I see.
Because
Of all the
Yeah.
of all the phase 4 or 5 or whatever we're at, this will be the best one.
This will be the best one, yeah. That is the claim.
yes,
That's the claim.
but I don't think it's going to be a 4 out of 5 movie. I think
no.
this will.
But you think it'll be the best one out of every... I keep kicking that thing. Bro, I just want you to put something behind it, that's all.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll figure out something.
I'll go mustache mode.
Yeah, I feel like you really want egg mode, but I,
Oh,
you
I
know,
want egg mode so bad, dude.
Egg mode. Egg mode. Egg mode.
Fuck,
you can
imagine.
yell egg mode as much as you like.
God, egg mode
That
rules.
would be fucking awesome, dude. I wish there's something a claim I could make.
Yeah, I mean, I could make a huge bold claim again because it's subjective,
Yeah.
and that's the thing because I want to be honest. So I can't have the thing be too big,
Yeah.
because then it's just gonna be like, okay, I'll be like, yeah, I think this is the best one.
Yeah.
My biggest regret is that instead of going to the zoo, I just went, no, if I'm wrong, I'll go egg mode.
Oh, and the
fuck,
zoo is still
man.
in the future.
Yeah, we
Zoo's
still gotta
still
go to the
okay,
zoo,
don't
dude.
you
We still gotta
worry.
go to the zoo.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know.
Egg mode.
Oh,
Seeing
it's the
guys in movies, that's cool. So
I think
Doomsday
it
is gonna
has
have
the
plenty of
potential
that.
to be. I think it has the potential to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I obviously I've been burned many times before, but I think that if I was Marvel right now, I would be like, God, we need to fucking have a winner.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't think they're going to do anything too crazy. They'll just kind of just do, I mean, they fucked up Age of Ultron, but they'll just do
Because
like,
that's also the thing. I'm like, God, they need to fucking sink a hole, basically.
yeah.
But they've needed to do that for a while.
Well,
and
sinking
they
a hole,
haven't.
like as in nailing a shot for them,
Yeah.
it's just going to be make $1 billion. Like that's just the baseline. And it doesn't matter if the movie's dog shit. They make $1 billion, it's a win for Marvel.
Do you reckon this will make a Billy?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll make 2 though.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look.
I mean, worst case scenario, Glengarry Glen Ross still exists.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a bad movie, we can just go home and watch Glengarry Glen Ross. I
Yeah.
am excited. I am excited for the event cinema of
Yeah,
this. I'm excited.
Just seeing guys, like,
Well,
a
I
couple
just
of
think-
guys watching guys.
When I go to the movies today, like when we went to see Avengers, Captain America.
Yeah.
The president's a Hulk now.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun. That felt
Yeah.
like a real God.
Yeah,
like,
no one was there.
Nobody was there. It was an empty cinema. And I kind of, I miss the vibe of like, whoa, it's this huge movie. Let's all get together and in a big crowd,
Yeah.
see what the hell Marvel's cooked up for us. And that's kind of what Endgame felt like. That's kind of what Infinity War felt like. So if they can recapture some of that magic, kind of regardless of if the
Yeah.
movie's good, I'll have a good time.
Yeah, well, speaking of having a good time, it's time to head to the baseless speculation email inbox.
That's
That's
BS Boys
bsboyspod at gmail.com.
bsboyspod@gmail.com. Yes, I'm trying to load it up right now. Google's asking me to verify so many things with my face and passkeys, but don't worry, I got there in the end. I
Nice.
have 2 emails, Google security alert, new passkey added.
Okay, Google, reset password.
Okay, so we have a email from Luke. Subject line is that your Minecraft movie pitches were bad.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
you,
dude.
Luke.
Making a movie about people getting trapped in a video game is cowardly and lazy.
Okay.
I believe the film should simply take place in the world of Minecraft.
Isn't that what we said?
Yeah.
Because that's what's happening.
Because you're getting sucked into a video games, what's
That's
happening?
what's happening.
No,
That's
because
what's-
I think we pitched it's like the Lego
we
movie,
say you do like
basically.
Jumanji, yeah. Fair enough, Luke.
Fair. The current approach is the equivalent of if the Avengers was about someone being sucked into a comic book and then spending the whole runtime being like, why is everyone talking with speech bubbles? Ah!
Dude, you're describing the video game comics zone, and people fucking love that. If they did that, people would be stoked.
People would be pissing and coming and shitting.
Yeah,
dude.
you don't want to see Joel Dusher in the Avengers, and I go, oh shit, my dick, I'm in a comic book.
Whoa!
And then Captain America will say language, and I'll be like, fuck off. And then he'll decapitate me with his shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from that, I think a big army attacking from another dimension doesn't reflect Minecraft sandbox / exploration aimed gameplay. Love you boys, Luke.
Luke, first of all, you can't really make a Minecraft movie that's in the spirit of Minecraft in the way that you were explaining the spirit
Yeah.
of Minecraft. What, you're going to have a guy called Steve just wandering around and then dig a hole?
Also, there's the Minecraft Telltale game, and people don't make that kind of movie, really.
Yeah.
You know, where it's within the world of the yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
I
not
get-
really.
yeah.
It's not really a narrative kind of.
It does sound like, you're also kind of maybe hating what the film will be.
Yeah.
Unless it's already out. I don't know yet.
It's out. Maybe it rules. Everybody said, "Oh my god, Jack Black played so much Minecraft.
Yeah.
The movie's going to be good."
It does sound like what's going to happen is that it will end up with a battle and
Yeah. I think that's what he's talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, fuck, yeah. Minecraft movie is out.
Holy
Damn.
mackerel, dude!
Jesus Christ, we're going to go to the movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Minecraft.
Came out today?
Holy shit, a rolly, dude! Movie time for the boys.
Pretty sure it came out today if today's Thursday, listeners.
today Thursday.
Today's Thursday. Or maybe it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday or Thursday. And
It's
if
Wednesday somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
Hey.
always Wednesday somewhere.
And if
No,
it's-
but fair enough, Luke. It's probably not going to be a very good movie. But
Yeah.
I don't know how to make
a Minecraft movie
Yeah.
that feels like
because otherwise
Minecraft.
it's basically just like a fantasy movie. And you get to see the Minecraft guys, right? Like it's just like something's threatening the villagers, and Steve's got to defeat it.
Well, that's what this is.
Yeah, but set entirely within the world of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Steve's just a guy who lives in Minecraft.
Yeah.
The problem is that Steve's not a character.
Yeah.
Like you can make a Mario movie set entirely in Mario. Like they could have done the Mario movie with no New York.
Yeah.
Because Mario's a guy.
Yeah.
But Steve's no
Not
one.
a guy. He's just Steve.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Minecraft movie is having its premiere on the 30th of March, which was yesterday
Yeah.
or a week ago. And comes out April 4, which is today.
That's
Or
exciting,
yesterday.
dude.
Or tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude.
Next week. Or this week.
Yeah.
Or last week?
Or
a month
10
ago.
years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Or today.
Depending
Well,
on what.
yeah, I mean, we are recording this in 2018.
Yeah, exactly.
Next email we have is from Richard Cooper, which subject line, let's talk about the D word. Hey, not that D word. I'm
What
talking
D
about
word?
divorce.
Hell
This
yeah.
was the video that kicked off the crazy journey for me almost 6 years ago. So many men booked me for divorce coaching.
Holy shit.
Comments like this one below were too frequent and disturbing.
Okay.
Men have no real guy when it comes to untying the knot, saying I don't, and I learned why doing so many consults with men. The comment being from
Yeah.
Avid listener.
Yeah, at the Chorus Tribble podcast.
That's us.
4 years ago, 321 subscribers, just went through a divorce. It's very funny if someone has a podcast and
Yeah.
their handle is at whatever, and they're like,
Yeah.
and then they're going through a divorce, and
yeah,
then they
true.
announce that they just went through a divorce. I've stayed respectful as possible, went through depression, and almost took my own life.
Yeah.
It was the most disrespectful, hateful, nasty thing I've dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
The person I thought I knew turned out to be psycho.
Yeah.
She was a narcissist and a sociopath,
Yep.
and I have no idea. Until now, I have never had anyone tear me to pieces like this woman. 118 likes.
Yeah.
I got the cost down on what I learned and instead organized, distill it to the most important issues into an easy-to-digest course. So,
Oh,
the
damn.
Unplugged Alpha's Guide to Divorce
Bro.
is available now.
Bro.
On Amazon, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Probably through this man's website. It's crazy to think that, alphas need... Because it's so alphas.
Yeah, you would
It's
not
crazy to think that alphas aren't good in a marriage.
You would think by virtue of being an alpha that your wife would want to stay with you and have like 10 of your kids.
Yeah.
That's
So the
crazy
truth of
to
the matter
me.
is my one-on-one rate private today
How much is it?
Cost prohibitive for most. I'll get to that. And the vast majority about what you need to know about divorce can be organized into lectures on the subject.
should get
and
this-
that
yeah, let's get
gets
this
the
guy
price
on.
down dramatically. So
Okay.
instead of booking him privately for 30 minutes at $2,200 USD, I'm assuming, to talk about your divorce, you can now get all the
2,000.
details into a dozen lectures plus monthly group Zoom coaching for less than $200.
Bro, what
Dude,
a
it's never
bargain.
been so easy to grift divorcees out of money.
Yes, dude.
That's
Sign
crazy
up to BS Plus today. Yeah.
That's
You'll get
our main demographic is divorcees.
You will get the same great advice I have always been dispensing since 2017 that has resulted in the 520 plus private calls and solid 5-star ratings.
It's amazing.
Get some clarity. You also spent an afternoon with my own personal family lawyer to make... Oh, that was...
I wish we could spend an afternoon with his
my
family.
own personal family. Oh, that's nice. Lawyer. To make sure I didn't miss anything in the course. So, learn more about the content, the Unplugged Alpha's Guide to
That's
Divorce.
awesome, dude.
Wow, it keeps going. That's a lot in this email. Anyway, thanks, Rich. I'm not really going to read the rest of you.
I think he was meant to email the Weekly Planet.
Yeah. I wonder for whom that works.
Well, I just got a business email to my personal account, which, as far as I'm aware, is not out there, saying that I need to optimize D&D is for nerds and baseless speculation. I'm only on one of those shows.
Wow.
Hey, you better get on
Meryl?
it, dude.
Yeah.
That rocks, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks, Rich. I'm looking forward to all your alpha content.
Yeah, me
that
too.
you send our way.
Optimize your divorce.
Optimize your divorce, bro.
I do like to imagine a baseless speculation listener sitting outside of like a family court, like a meeting or whatever, waiting for their soon-to-be ex-wife coming, listening to the podcast, sitting on a bench. That's a pleasant visual for me.
It's pleasant. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of light in that person's life, as they go through the divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kieran asks.
If anyone needs me to talk to their wife, like if divorce is on the cards, and they you just need a guy to come and talk to your wife, so they can realize that, hey, it's bad out there. I'm available.
That's
just
good,
hit me
dude.
up. I will talk to anyone's wife. Hey, see this? See me? That's what's out there.
Yeah.
You
Stay
sure
with
you're
your husband.
Yeah, it's like,
Stay in the unhappy marriage.
well, I'll be like,
He's an alpha.
I'll be like,
you need to stay.
Is it an always greener situation? Because let me tell you, out there, it's not green.
Yeah. And I'll call if you need a sort of like an unlicensed sort of freelance sort of divorce lawyer, I'll come in and do that.
Yeah.
And it's funny to imagine they come in and I'm just like, this is too much for me.
Oh, dude, this is really sad.
This is really heavy.
And you
the
guys used to
kids?
love each other and now you're fighting?
Yeah.
Why?
I'll take the kids.
Graham, Rebecca, I'm your new dad.
And also your new names are Graham and Rebecca.
I refuse to learn whatever it is before.
I didn't hear what your parents said.
Yeah,
Get
I
on the
was-
bus.
I wasn't
We're going
listening. I
home.
was too busy crying because of how sad I was that they were getting divorced.
But
or
I'm going to
whatever.
give you a happy home, okay? Graham and Rebecca.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the happy home your parents couldn't. Yeah.
That's nice.
So Kieran asks, is this a year, the correct year, to start trying to make a new Jaws movie?
No.
No,
probably not.
No, probably not, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're making another Anaconda movie, though, which is self-referential. With Jack Black.
Jack Black and Paul Rudd?
Don't know about our guy, Paul.
Is Jack Black and someone weird?
Is it Kevin Hart?
No, I don't. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We probably don't need to make another Jaws movie. I mean, like, I love creature features. More movies where big animals attack guys are awesome, but we did Jaws.
It is Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Paul Rudd and Jack Black making an Anaconda movie.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, I
Crazy.
guess.
And
Why
Steve
not?
Zahn.
there.
Steve Zahn.
Why not?
Yeah,
Happy
well,
Texas.
yeah.
Go to Anaconda Land.
They should make a new Tremors movie.
See, the thing is that, and I understand that people like when old stuff is new stuff.
Yeah.
But the old stuff is still there. We don't need to make another
watch
Jaws.
Jaws.
We've got Jaws 2, 3, and Jaws the Revenge to show you that you don't need more Jaws.
Yeah, one Jaws is plenty.
Yeah.
Make another horror monster movie, you know?
Yeah, a dog that got too big.
Whoa, Clifford the Big Red Dog.
But he'll kill you.
Cujo the Big Red Dog. Yeah.
What about a cat that got big? Big cat.
I would move away from domestic animals.
Like panthers, like, you know, like a mountain lion.
What
maybe.
about your house is infested with rats, but you think, oh, it's just one
So,
rat?
like Willard, but
Evil.
Willard?
One rat.
Yeah.
But then as time goes on, it's more and more rats, and then the climax is just like rats and rat guts just showering everything. And
Why
it's
are
just
there
going
rat guts showering?
No, because there's so many rats that are like popping in the walls. It's like
Yeah, this movie's
rats.
awesome. Is the movie called Rats?
Yeah.
Rats! Rats! From the twisted mind of Joel Dusha.
Yeah,
What if a
starring
house
Michael
had
Douglas.
so many
Yeah.
rats?
I think that'd be fucking... Because it's, you know...
And have the rats like kill an exterminator or whatever, because it's just like at first it's just like, man, we got so many rats, and they're just eating the food.
Yeah.
Maybe they bite the baby,
Yeah.
and then they're like, this is getting too much, and then they call the exterminator, and then they eat the exterminator alive, and they're like, oh fuck, we got so many
Because
rats.
there's a real horror to... You know, like, it's a revulsion, I think, that we all feel, or we've all felt at some point in our life.
Rats?
Well, yeah, but also, like, I'm thinking about you at ants recently.
Yeah.
You know?
Ants.
Ants. And you know, there's that moment where you find one ant and then you find more ants. And then you're like, oh my God, the ants have completely taken over my pantry. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to do a massive clean out. It's like that horror.
I thought we got rid of the ants.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, well, you know, because we put the syrups back.
Oh,
because we were
it's
like,
good to
well,
hear.
the ants, we got rid of the ants.
Yeah, they hate the
So
they're
whatever,
good.
with the
You
ants,
can
no more
take
ants.
syrup time
So
again.
syrup time, you know, I don't want cold syrup anymore.
Yeah.
Syrup now at room temperature. So put the syrup back in the coffee station. Guess who came back?
Ants.
Ants. Fucking ants,
Fucking
dude.
ants ruining my day yet again.
So there's a real, I mean, it's the horror of, oh no, this is going to be
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, but
Ants, there's the horror.
Yeah,
One
dude.
man slowly goes insane
Crazy, 'cause-
dealing with fucking ants.
yeah.
Yeah, I think there's
Make a horror movie about the guy that was upset because he turned on Naked News on September 12, 2001, and they were wearing clothes out of honor for 9/11, and it
Yeah.
made him go crazy.
Yeah.
Remember when we were talking about Naked News, Heaps? I just
Yeah.
remembered Naked News
I
again.
can tell.
Yeah.
Dude, brother, we can tell.
I'm clued in, dude. I'm on the same wavelength as you. Yeah.
This is an email from the nuclear family, the Culvers.
Oh, I love the Culvers.
They're your
Love the
favorite
Culvers.
family.
They are my favorite family.
Our favorite
Yeah.
family.
Baseless Speculation's first family, the Culvers. Yeah.
Love the vibe of the most recent episode where Zamet was folding laundry in the hamper beside you. It really added the hanging with friends vibe if you're doing chores.
Oh yeah.
Highly desire a further talk to be filmed while Dusha and Jackson help with the housework. Then we can all be cleaning together. Two birds, one stone.
You should give me a
Shut-
vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, me and Jackson both have vacuums, so that all you can hear is what?
Huh? Sorry, but I've got headphones in because I put headphones in when I vacuum, so I'm just listening to music.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's a better noise than.
Yeah, I agree.
That's nice. Because now I'm thinking like big bold claims. No
Yeah.
one wants to go egg mode.
Yeah.
But like, you know, maybe they could clean our bathrooms.
I like cleaning bathrooms.
Well,
Is that your favorite chore?
No, it's not my favorite chore.
What's your favorite chore?
My least favorite chore, I really don't like mopping.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
got
least favorite. But I think the thing with mopping that I hate is, one, it just makes your house unusable, and that's
Yeah.
annoying.
I get it.
what are you using?
No, but it's in like, I mean,
Well,
my
'cause,
living
I get it
space
'cause
isn't
you
that much.
You do a bit of mopping and then you kind of gotta wait for it to
your house-
dry. And
You want to?
Your house is divided by carpet, where
Yeah.
if I'm mopping,
it's whole house.
Yeah.
I don't like mopping either. My favorite chore is dishes. Oh, I love doing dishes.
hate doing
Big dishes
yeah,
guy.
I don't
over
mind
here.
doing the dishes.
You
I
just lock in.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good vibes.
I
Don't
know.
mind
And I
doing
don't
the-
even have a dishwasher.
Weird. Like I wouldn't mind doing the dishes, but I hate putting them away.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't mind folding clothes and putting them away makes me feel like I've achieved so much. I don't know. That's the chore where I'm like, I've made a huge
Oh,
difference
dude, I get
today.
it. When you do a bunch of laundry and then you fill your cupboards with it, you're like,
Oh,
oh, yeah,
yeah.
I'm rich.
I'm rich in laundry.
yeah.
Folding laundry. That's SF me.
Really?
Recently, like, look. It's
Oh,
been-
if I've
it's
got
been
a good
long-
vacuum,
Yeah.
vacuuming's
Oh.
easily my favorite.
Interesting.
I was gonna say it's been a long struggle of mine of not knowing how to fold
Yeah.
a fitted sheet.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. I don't.
It's hell, dude. I just roll that shit up.
Yeah, dude,
It's the
same.
insane thing. My wife, she's showed me many times. She's been giving me many tutorials. She's been like, you guys got to do this.
She's got to understand you weren't listening.
And like, I'm listening, but I struggle.
Yeah.
But I can happily say right now, I've locked in. I've figured it out. I know how to do a folded.
That's crazy.
It's great.
Damn,
and like, and we
dude.
got a king. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
a lot of
big.
that's a lot of folding.
Big sheet, but figured it out.
That's huge.
Very happy.
I like
with
that
it.
you like vacuuming. I'm not a vacuuming guy.
Yeah, just
don't
like
like
headphones in. I don't know, cleaning the floor feels good. But
It is
mopping,
nice afterward.
Fuck mopping.
I get the feeling of like, oh, I've got nice clean floors. That's great. But the actual process, I'm not into it.
What about washing a car?
Hate it.
Yeah. Windows?
Don't mind doing windows.
I don't mind a general dust. It's kind of nice.
General dust I hate because it fucks with my allergies.
Oh,
so
me too.
hard
I
straight
will have
away.
horrible blocked nose for the rest of the like
think-
2 or 3 days after, but I don't mind doing it.
I think gardening is one.
Yeah.
That it's like, I don't mind doing it, but it's also the most anxiety driving one for me because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, that seems scary.
Gardening is another one for me, like dusting, because like because I get like real bad like
Hay
sinus
fever kinda?
shit.
Yeah.
So if my immune system isn't at if I'm like fully healthy and it's not spring and I if I mow the lawn or whatever, nothing. Who cares? But if I am like a little bit like, you know, like just like run down or whatever, I'll be sneezing for fucking like an hour and a half afterwards. I'm all congested.
That's probably why I don't like vacuuming either. Just you gotta kick
vacuuming's the
up dust
opposite
and
for me.
stuff. Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'm getting rid of the dust.
Yeah. No, if I vacuum, just because you were moving dust around, I'll have to turn on my little air purifier and try and.
Smart.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
Chores are fun.
Yeah. But yeah, cleaning the toilet's satisfying.
Yeah, cleaning a toilet's all right. Not against it. Cleaning the bath's not bad too.
Yeah.
Cleaning the bath's funny because you got to do it naked. So you just kind of.
No, you don't.
What?
Oh, it helps. It's useful.
No,
What?
You're getting in there, dude. Scrubbing away.
Like, what? Cock flapping in the wind?
what the fuck?
You stinky asshole? You're bent over?
What are you turning in the
What the
shower to
fuck are
get
you
some water
doing?
moving through? You know? You're in there. It's going to fill with water.
Okay, so first of
Wait,
all,
what?
No. He's describing like the
Having a
shower
bath?
head over a bath.
Yeah.
So it's not just like a standalone bath. Because I have a standalone bath,
Yeah,
so
no,
I
I
was
got a
really
shower
fucking
bath.
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still, like, you mean,
It just
I've-
helps.
I've cleaned the shower
So
whilst
you're
not
getting
having a shower.
Maybe harsher chemicals than the one you're using as soap,
Yeah.
unlike, say, like the bathtub.
And I'm nude.
And then you're nude, no protection, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're stepping into the bathtub.
well, you got to
with bare
turn on the
feet.
water. It's just
like,
easier.
with where you've just scrubbed.
When you made this
With the
claim
chemicals.
and you were so confident that that was the right way to do it, how are you feeling now?
I don't know. I think
What
there's still
the
going to be some
fuck?
people on my side.
I'm like, I bet I'll be like, you put like the bath mat down so you're kneeling on something that's a bit more comfortable than tiles.
Yeah.
I can understand getting into it to
And if
clean
I'm
it.
in there, I might as well be naked.
Are you then having a shower?
Yeah, of course.
So you. And why don't?
I've cleaned the shower plenty of times whilst then
Try it
having a
naked.
shower. Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Why?
saying. But as in, like, I've combined them, but
Yeah.
that's...
Usually, you let it,
I wouldn't do, like, a bleach shower and have a shower.
like usually when you clean in a shower, I mean, look, maybe I'm in the odd one.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of scrub it there, you're getting rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You really
Cleaning
kind
the
of
grout and stuff, yeah.
Sometimes you let things sit for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
I
whatever.
would only say, yeah, I mean, like, if I clean a shower like that, I'm not in the shower that entire process. I get in at the conclusion
At the
when
end.
the
Yeah,
rinsing.
Yeah. And maybe I'll rinse that. Then
I'm not scrubbing
Then I'll have a shower
asshole
later.
agape.
I think there's going to be some people on my side. Take nude cleans. Cleaning naked in the shower.
No.
Well, we'll see.
No.
In the comments, that's engagement.
Whoa. On that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
No, I've been Joel. Dude, what
Email
is
us
wrong with your
at
life?
bsboyspod@gmail.com.
Yeah,
And
let us
this,
know. How has Jackson fucked up? Like, if you're a long-time listener across any of our shows,
Yeah.
please let us know your biggest shock and horror of how Jackson lives his life.
That's true. Yeah,
'Cause,
I'd love to
once
know.
again, 10 years in, and he still finds ways to
Yeah, dude.
surprise us all.
What? Yeah.
Wow,
What's been my biggest
brother.
curveball? Yeah.
The
as
one
a
for
guy.
me is still the Wario Land 3, getting
Yeah.
horny playing Wario with the the tender age of 22.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
crazy.
blew my
That's
mind.
crazy. You thought it was when I was young.
Well, you can
What?
understand.
Yeah,
no, I can't.
Dude.
I don't know if there's an appropriate age to get horny playing Wario
When
Land 4.
you're
Like
fucking-
again, 12 or 13, where
Well,
your hormones don't know what the fuck is
anytime-
going on.
From 12 to 17, 18 even.
Even then, I'm like, oh.
Nah.
It's
It
not
depends,
a, it's
'cause
'cause
you
it's
feel-
not a horniness thing. That's what you misunderstand. Like, I did get horny, but it's not like I was horny already at a teenage baseline.
This has been another episode of Baseless Speculation, and we've been the BS Boys.
See ya.
Fuck my life.
Fuck his life, dude.
My life rocks.
No, it. No.
And so
Well, I
it's
like
good.
it.
Any criticism falls on literal deaf ears. Jackson's not paying attention.
I'm phoning this one in.